So, what the hell is financial domination? Who the hell am I? And how can I help you earn six figures in this wildly popular fetish? Today's video, I'm going to be explaining exactly what financial domination is, how to make six figures, meaning anywhere between $7,000 to $15,000 a month doing this online or in real time, and most importantly, how to determine whether or not this industry is right for you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening if you're coming across my video or my channel for the first time. My name is Akua Ahima, head mistress and founder of the AfroDom Network. And over the last several years, since 2017, I have not only been able to scale myself to six figures as a financial dominatrix, businesswoman, and consultant, but also help over 3,500 existing Black femme entrepreneurs just like yourself launch, rebrand, and scale themselves to six figures as financial dominatrices, businesswomen, coaches, consultants, healers, and creatives, primarily using other people's money through financial domination. Let's get into today's video. If you are just coming across financial domination for the first time, you have very little idea what it means, or even BDSM, this is going to be the perfect video for you. Just to give you a little insight about myself, my name is Goddess Akua Ahima, and I've been doing this since 2017. Right now, at the time of this recording, we are in my second dungeon location, the Kink Studio 29. Today, I want to share a personal story and success in the last 7 years through financial domination, so that you know inevitably by the end of this video how to get started in it, and most importantly, if this industry is right for you. As one of the largest platforms on and offline for financial domination, mentoring, and findom coaching, I've seen quite a few thought leaders and mentors come and go in and out of the industry. A few years ago, I spent some time offline after I was targeted for exposing another club and organization in the findom community for some really unethical safety practices and things like that. So if you've seen me on TikTok or Twitter, I am the same person. It is me, Akua Ahima, the Kinky Coach. Saying that to say, I've seen some things over the last several years that, as it relates to findom and how to legitimately get into this, and really at its core, determining whether or not this space is right for you. If you are a mother, if you are a broke college student like I was, or if you are just a Black woman who is tired of going 50-50 with men and wants to get into a space where you're owning your divine power, you're owning your sensuality, you're owning your sexuality, you feel comfortable and confident in your own skin, and you make a considerable amount of money, you know, in your business for doing so. I want to talk to you guys about the truth, the harsh realities of what this is. A lot of people see financial domination, they see the glitz, they see the glam, they see the paid vacations, the rent-free living, sub-funded houses, this and that. They think everything is sweet. While I will say that coming from someone like myself, when I started this in 2017, making less than $600 a month as a broke-ass college student, to now grossing six figures before my 25th birthday, right? Because at this time, I'm 27. Really reaching six figures, a milestone and a wealth cap that has not been afforded to me based on a whole bunch of other issues and, you know, cultural norms and societal expectations and generational trauma, etc. I wanted to share, okay, by definition, financial domination is the dom sub act of exchanging power through monetary gifts. This is the definition that I have coined, again, as the founder and headmistress of the Afro-Dom Academy since 2017. 3,500 existing members in the United States, East Coast, West Coast, East and West Africa, and the United Kingdom. This is the definition that I have coined. This is the definition that I will live by, and nothing more or less. Contrary to popular belief, is not a fuck you, pay me, cash grab, or get rich quick scheme that a lot of people tend to share. That does not mean that it is not a wildly profitable industry, and that you, if you're watching, by the end of this video decide that it is for you. That doesn't mean that you will spend years and years and years in the industry before you can actually see profits like I have or like my students have. Typically, after the first year with us full-time, compared to other organizations that sell findom classes, mentoring, etc., my students on average earn their first $1,000 day at least 7 months sooner, with consistency after their first year with me. The information I want to share with you guys today is pertinent and valuable and needs to be put out there in a safe medium so that more and more people know. It's summertime, it's hot girl summer. We all know the girls is outside. We all know you looking for sugar daddies, right? So that's how I got into this as well. Being a broke college student who was in need of some rent and some money and some paid vacations to get my hair done. And I wanted a sugar daddy, but I did not want to sleep with old men. So in my bully in search of that, I found Financial Domination, and I have not taken my foot off the gas since. Cash, tributes, vacations, wish tenders, cash apps, furniture, hair done, nails done, bills paid, rent paid, whatever you call this, whatever you hold value to in this moment, there are at least 10,000 men of all ethnicities who are more than willing to give it to you. How can you make considerable amounts of money in this industry, being online or offline as a financial dominatrix? For myself, I can only speak on my experience, if not my students. For myself, back in 2017, when I started Financial Domination, I was trying to figure it out all on my own. I had no mentors, I had no education, and I had very little business and marketing and branding experience. I had just started a vanilla business as a life coach and consultant. And for me, finding my niche, finding my branding, finding my voice as the kinky coach, as Akua Ahima, as headmistress of the Afro-Dom Network and leader of the Afro-Dom Academy, who's now scaled themselves to 6 figures and helped thousands of women across the world do the same. How I got here today was a tremendous amount of trial and error, okay? I've had multiple different aliases, business names, performance names, etc. And it wasn't till I really took the time to invest in myself and invest in coaching that things started to click for me. I was able to get tributes faster. I was getting $1,000 days faster, clients, real-time clients, sales, passive income, right? Learning the game, learning the industry, and how to truly dominate in financial domination was something that did not come to me quite easily. At first, I tried my best just based on the industry curve and what was being projected or portrayed onto me. I tried my best to assimilate to the whiteness of the popular doms in the industry and the fuck you pay me, L signs, you're a loser, you're a pay pig type of mentality. And I've realized over the last several years that that's just not me. I am a very soft and sensual person. I can be very sadistic, but I love and I'm obsessed with my look and aesthetic. My favorite color is purple, and I like to create a little bit of a different kind of experience for myself and for my clients as a femdom who's also primarily a financial dominatrix, because either way you're going to pay me. Finding myself, finding my niche, and investing in coaching took some time. Because again, broke college student, you might not, even you watching this video, you might not have what you necessarily think that you need and to invest in this industry and get started today. But again, that does not mean that it's impossible. Once you know better, you do better. And I am here simply for the sake of this video to give you that information and help you make the right choice for yourself. Wasn't till I invested in coaching, and I've worked with several great veterans in the findom industry and femdom industries like Madam Caramel, Goddess Tiara, Simone Tism, and so much more, that I found my footing, built my credibility, and was able to scale myself to six figures so much faster than the average. Most people in this industry, if they do last, only stay about 5 to 7 years. That's typically the threshold for all forms of entrepreneurship. If you understand it from that level, most people say when you own a business, when you start a business, it takes about 5 to 7 years for yourself to actually kick off, see results, see the fruit of your labor, so to speak. But in financial domination, again, because you can do it online, because you can do it in real time, and we'll talk about how and what that looks like later, there is such an unlimited potential for you, right? The sky is endless. There are students that I've worked with that have sat in other groups and other organizations, other clubs and sororities for 7 months plus and made no income. And they make the switch, they come work with me. We talk about passive income, we talk about branding, we talk about building the real foundation for yourself and your business. And these girls turn right around and make their first $1,000 day, their first $5,000. Now they're getting real-time sessions and clients, right? So the sky is limitless. There's truly an unlimited amount of money and income that you can earn in this. Today, tomorrow, next week, a year from now, and more. The longer you stick with this, the more successful you will be. But what's most important to know, ladies, that you cannot do everything on your own. One of the things that has held me back for the longest amount of time, and I've shared this on social media before, is I once had an opportunity to seek coaching from one of my vanilla business mentors, vanilla meaning not in the BDSM or sex industry. So a regular outstanding woman, as some would call it, but vanilla. I once had an opportunity to work with this coach, and she was amazing. She's been on TV, she's been on mainstream platforms. I'm now, thanks to her, been on mainstream platforms for myself and my business and the AfroDom network as well. I've been featured in magazines. I've wrote and sold several self-published books because of this woman. But a few years prior, I had an opportunity to work with her in Paris, right? We were gonna go on a retreat. I was gonna get the business coaching and consulting, and we were gonna do it in Paris. I wanted to go. But then at that time, I was in college, still working 2 part-time jobs, in school full-time, and I just didn't have the money for it. So I didn't go. And if I had known at that moment that a year from then, that moment, I was gonna take another refund check, finally invest that $1,500, just $1,500. $1,500 back then used to seem like so much to me, but now $1,500 is a light day as a findom. $1,500 is, I got some money, but not that much. Versus 7 years ago, $1,500 was a fucking lot. $1,500 is a lot of money, right? Hear me when I say this. But once you become a financial dominatrix, yes, there is an unlimited potential of what you can earn. So $1,500 becomes play money, becomes chump change. I finally had invested that $1,500, and again, lo and behold, several years later, now we are grossing over $100,000 plus as a businesswoman, a coach, consultant, creative, and financial dominatrix. For myself alone, this isn't meant to be a flex, but really, I'm just sharing this because I can only talk about my experience. And if you're new to my page, you might not know who I am or how I've gotten into this industry. There are a lot of coaches and consultants, like I've said, and I'll say time and time again, that show the glitz, that show the glam, that show the high life of this industry, but they're not willing to be realistic and, show you the highs and the lows, the trials and the tribulations, their successes and their failures. And I, as an educator for the last 8 years, even outside of mentoring and financial domination, I understand the value of being transparent with my audience and with my students. I hope, again, that this video sheds light on what this is and what this isn't. But let's talk about that for a second. Because there's a common misconception that with whether you are a financial dominatrix or a sugar baby or a cam girl or a stripper, that all of those things are totally different, right? One is seemingly better than another, and that 100% is not true. Whether you are a stripper, you are a cam girl, you're a sugar baby, or a financial dominatrix, you are a sex worker. You are a member of the sex industry. Whether you take your clothes off, whether you sleep with someone, kiss someone, or kick someone in the nuts. That's just what it is. It is a hard line. There is no flexibility of, well, I don't feel like I'm a sex worker because I don't show my body. I don't show my breasts. I'm not in a strip club. Not only is that a sign of your internalized misogyny, it is also 100% inaccurate. If that first and foremost makes you feel uncomfortable, or you believe now, understanding what this truly is, that you are not on a surface level ready for that kind of commitment, or you have religious or moral values that prevent you from living freely in this way, or you feel some type of way about it, I would suggest leaving the video now and finding a 9-to-5 or a candle business or t-shirt making business where you can still make your profits, your income, and build a business that is in alignment with you. Now, if you're still here, that means you with the shits. So let's get into this. What that looks like for me in my day-to-day, whether I am online or on platforms like this, speaking to you guys, or in private spaces with the Afro Dom Network. What that looks like for me on my day-to-day is creating content, being available for online sessions via telephone, Skype, or paid text message by the minute, marketing myself. A big part of what I do is marketing myself. Posting pictures, taking good quality pictures, making content, all of those things go into marketing, but having a solid marketing strategy, sales funnels, lead generation, etc. How clients find you, whether male or female, femme or masculine, couple or trans, how your clients find you, your marketing strategy, how you reach your audience is very important and crucial to your success, especially if you want to start making numbers like $10,000, $15,000 a month within your first year of starting with us. And last but not least, my day typically looks like the lux, the glitz, the glam of financial domination. Getting paid, getting my nails done, getting my feet done, relaxing, planning vacations, planning trips, etc. And spending time building the relationships that I have with my clients. For me, that can be quite a busy day because that's not all that I do. I also own multiple businesses in the retail, in the trucking industry, and so much more. Creating a system so that I can manage my day-to-day. I have assistants that can come help me. I have subs that come clean my house, make my life easier. Having those kinds of systems in place is so important to my day-to-day. But for me, as a financial dominatrix, that's what it looks like. It's one thing to be a beautiful woman and get paid for that online, you know, for doing the bare minimum and a few L signs here and there, a few losers, a few fuck you pay me tweets. But at its core, it is a business, it is a professional endeavor, and it does require a certain amount of hustle, determination, and consistency, just like any other entrepreneurial endeavor that not everybody comes in this industry with or understanding, and then they wind up either not seeing the profits that they really could see, leaving, abandoning the industry, or just, giving up after the first few weeks, after the first few months. No shade, no tea to that, right? Because if you are someone who's heard about financial domination before, you've worked with me before, you've heard of me before, or you are now coming to me seeking assistance because something that you've been doing in this industry for whatever amount of time is no longer working for you. There's no tea, there's no shade, there's no judgment on that. I've taken, like I said in the beginning, multiple breaks, multiple hiatuses. I've changed my branding time and time and time again until I found something that stuck. If that's where you are, that is okay as well. But you do need to know, as another caveat of this, it will be something that requires your consistency, your determination, your hard work, your hustle. I can give you the game. I got videos to give you the game, blueprints, books, templates, tutorials, live classes, Skype sessions. I got everything and anything that you need to give you the blueprint on this, to show you exactly step by step how my students are averaging $7,000 to $15,000 a month with consistency in this after their first year full-time working with me. I can give you everything that you need to do it, but you showing up for yourself with consistency online, you putting the work in to build the foundation for your passive income and financial freedom is not something that I can do. Because I have businesses to run and subs to talk to and vacations to go on. If I could run your business for you, I sure would, but I guarantee it would be quite expensive. If I know how to make $100,000 and I put the work in for you to make $100,000, I'm gonna charge you $100,000 to do it, right? So again, figure this out, get into this, and decide for yourself at the end of this video if it is right for you. There is really no creed, color, size, ethnicity that discriminates you from getting started with financial domination and making a shit ton of money doing so. This industry is a branch of fetish play and BDSM. And it's important to know that even if you have no context of what BDSM is, because when I came into the game, I didn't know what an Andrew's cross is, this big thing behind me, or how to use a bullwhip, or how to peg someone, or the numerous amounts of fetishes and kinks that I am into now and that my clients are into now, and etc. My scope or knowledge of BDSM was very simple. I saw 50 Shades of Grey once, and that was the context that I've had. But since then, I've invested again in investing in myself and investing in my education in this industry in order to build my credibility as a professional. I had to take the time to learn BDSM and safety practices, risk and kink awareness, and how to protect myself, my intellectual property, my business with client contracts and things like that. But how to protect my clients as well, because at its core, whether I am taking $10,000 from a sub that I've never met across the internet and he's investing in my business like he's done before, or I have someone in my face, in my presence, and we are doing a play session, a kink session on my Andrew's cross, knowing how to keep that person safe as well is very, very important as a professional practitioner. Submissive men or women, whether they are dominant in their normal life and submissive with you, or however the play aligns in their mind when it comes to submission, they are trusting you with their mind, with their body, with a very vulnerable, tender part of themselves. So it is your utmost duty as a professional to make sure that you know what the fuck you are doing. One, to make sure that your subs are enjoying the experience. And 2, to make sure that you cannot get fucking sued as a professional. Because believe me, it happens. If you have another coach, another mentor that has showed you how to peg someone, shown you how to flog someone, shown you what to do or what to say on the internet to get large amounts of money from subs, but has not talked to you about BDSM safety practices, legality measures, or contracts to protect yourself and your income, run for the hills, bitch. I'm telling you now, run for the fucking hills. This summer, I am opening up my doors yet again for about 30 slots. I think we have a little bit less than that available now, but I'm opening about 30 slots this summer for women who are ready, driven, motivated, and excited to get started in financial domination, learn the real game, set up a successful foundation for passive income, generational wealth building, etc., and seek a relevant and aligned network with like-minded Black women to collaborate with, to connect with, to travel with, etc. I'm looking for 30 women to join us in our invite-only 6-figure private social club, the Afro Dom Network. And what I'm going to be teaching you inside of my private academy is everything that we've discussed today: BDSM safety practices, how to establish a business in this industry, how to protect yourself, your identity, your income, your professionalism, and build credibility in this industry, and how to go far on and offline. Because at one point when I started, I was always online. I was always making content. I was always in the group chats and in the Twitter spaces and on Clubhouse and on Instagram. But one of the secrets that's contributed to my success in scaling myself beyond 6 figures, because right now we are working on $250,000 by the end of 2024. And I know that all of my submissive boys who are watching this will be helping me get there. What's been the biggest secret in my success thus far and going forward is automation. So as well as business marketing development, branding, content creation from the perspective of a professionally trained filmmaker and photographer like I am, I'm also going to show you the secrets to automation, how to create sales funnels, and how to get yourself established so that you can post and go. You can create content, market yourself, have that out there on social media in different channels like OnlyFans, Loyal Fans, mini vids, etc. And have those clips working for you so that you're not constantly online or dealing with time waster subs. Only truly interacting and engaging with high value clients, and those high value clients that have no problem investing $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 into you at a clip, because it is possible, it is real, it is doable for a Black woman, it is doable for a fat Black woman as well. And with the right tools, systems, and coaching in place, you will go much, much farther. Trust me, I have students who are surpassing me, right? Their year 1 is my year 7. They are surpassing me. And that's truly what I want, right? As an educator, you cannot confine your students' success to what you consider success, right? I want my students to be more successful than I. So that's why I'm so transparent. I want to give you the real deal. I want to give you all facts, nothing that is just easily Googleable information, nothing that's just a bunch of fluff or selling you a dream. Because the reality is my dreams have come true through financial domination, and there's nothing stopping you from making yours happen too. More information on how to join me this summer, text the word InstaDom to 443-543-6946, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.